What up, Herd? And welcome to another episode of our Mondo Mail Call. And we're super excited to have the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. 360 Comics himself. Joe, how you doing?
I'm great. My heart is still pounding. I just got done seeing Spider-Man No Way Home. Don't worry, I won't say anything incriminating on the show, but great
He
movie.
dies.
I hope.
I promise.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
All right. Because I mean, we're all fans of the MCU here, and we are definitely going to watch this movie. And I mean, we don't want you to spoil it. We want to be surprised and just be excited to see what happens.
Yep. Zipped up. Don't worry.
All right. So before we get started, let's do a little roll call. Big Rob, how you doing tonight?
Freezing my ass off here in my cold ass apartment. But besides that, I'm doing pretty good. I'm just watching the Chargers Chiefs here, and we're ready for tonight's mail call. Let's move on to JR.
So wait a second. How fucking cold is it in your apartment? You're on the West Coast.
Yeah, it gets cold as fuck. So I'm thinking, what is it right now? Right now is what's the temperature right now?
Like 50.
I'm betting San Diego's like 65 right now.
No, it's 53. But my apartment gets down to probably another 5 degrees lower. It's just the way it's set up. So I'm probably like in the 50 to 49.
So Joe, how cold is it where you're at?
Actually, we've had a couple warm days here. It dipped down to the high 20s last week, but it's been kind of in the 40s, maybe low 50s recently. Like I wore a t-shirt today because it was like 52, I think.
Yeah, but we're from San Diego, so this is fucking cold for us.
Yeah, Philadelphia's a bit different.
Yeah, I've been there. I've experienced it. I've been to Chicago and all that.
My mom's from Southern California. Well, lives there now. She lives in Los Angeles area. So I know what it's like out there too.
Yeah, so it's cold as it gets. So we're freezing our ass off in San Diego.
Anyways, I had to be an asshole. Had to prove my point of who I am. Sorry, Rob, but I'm gonna give you shit for being cold.
I don't give a fuck. I'm still cold.
Anyways, I'm fucking on cloud 9 right now. I mean, after Hawkeye, fuck. It's all Daredevil, all Kingpin weekend. I don't give a fuck about the rest.
Boo.
But yeah, bite me. So I'm gonna pass it off to Alonzo. How are you doing, Cyclops?
I'm doing well, thank you, sir. This is Alonzo, aka Comics and Pops. You're a pop culture nerd and comic book fanatic, and yeah, I'm looking forward to today's show. I'm doing okay, and I'm looking forward to Spider-Man. Hopefully this weekend. So no spoilers. But before we get started into the show, let's give a quick shout out to our moderators. Something Wong, Rudy, Danime, and Glenn 2K12. Thank you guys so much for making the chat what it is. We definitely appreciate y'all. And our resident DJs, DJ Abomination and Plainclothes D. Thank you for these lovely beats, and make sure to follow these guys. And then let us I'm going to take a quote from Steve. Let us kind of swan dive into the chat. And here we go with Phil, Comics Talk Weekly. Yes, Phil, we do want to be athletic supporters. That's for sure. So thank you very much. I'm glad you're one of them. Rudy, what is going on? Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you. I know that you just got home from work and I'm making some dinner. I know the chat's been talking about some spicy foods, and here we go. There's Glenn 2K12 right there. And then where's Frost? There we go. What is going on, Frost? Mr. Chipotle himself. Talking about ghost peppers and whatnot. I'm like, holy crap.
You can handle
And then I know we saw Evil Mike in here, Evil's Comics. There he is. What is going on, Mike? Thanks for stopping by. And that is all we have for right now. Oh, JD's in the house. Raging Cajun Comics. What is going on? And oh, look at that. Q, thank you for stopping by. And by the way, great opening episode. Love the energy. Can't wait for more content. So definitely hit me up if you have any questions. But love what you guys were doing, man. It was excellent. You and Sheena, man. That was a lot of fun. And Uncanny Swag, what is going on? How you doing? Oh, Matthew Smith. Thank you for stopping by. Look at that. Must be a friend of Joe's. So
Oh,
you are
man.
definitely going to be a friend of the herd. So
We're
thank you so
talking
much.
like 25-year friend. Like we started in 3rd grade. We met.
Oh,
Oh,
no
wow.
way. That's a friend, man. That is a
Yeah.
friend. Oh, and look at that. Something Wong. What is going on? Thank you, sir. Bricks the Iron Geek. What's up with you, dude? And it looks like we are all caught up. So, Joe,
Yo.
time for some rapid fire questions.
Let's do it.
JR, would you like to start?
Sure. So from what I understand, you're a Daredevil fan.
I do enjoy Daredevil. Yes.
So, other than the A string villains, let's go like some C string, because let's be honest, it basically goes from Kingpin, Bullseye, Elektra, and then drops.
Sure.
Who's your favorite of the C, D list villains that Daredevil's fought?
So my favorite color is purple, and you see where I'm going here.
I see where you're going.
Purple Man, and if anyone's reading Devil's Reign, there's some nice little connection to that character.
Yeah.
And we can. I'm not going to get into it. I don't want to do any spoilers, but everyone should be reading Devil's Reign right now. I give it 2 thumbs up so far. We only have 1 issue. I very much liked the portrayal of the owl from the Daredevil Netflix show. And I know some people have had their issues with it, and I could see why people would be opinionated on that portrayal, but I think it was done very well as like an update to the character.
Okay. I'll be honest, I was kind of disappointed with Devil's Reign 1. I felt it was
really
Daredevil's version of Civil War or Mutant Registration Act.
Sure. I mean, there's always this is the thing I always say. There's always like influence from things that have previously come out, and I always try not to to get too upset when things kind of feel similar. But I like it so far. We're only one issue in.
Yeah, it's only 1 issue. What you got for him, Alonzo?
All right. So you just saw Spider-Man No Way Home. So where did you go see it at? And did you see it in IMAX?
So I get headaches in IMAX, 3D, anything like that. So I always do standard edition. That's just me. And I saw it right down the street. I live in the Philly suburbs. There's a nice big theater, has 22 different theaters. Regal Warrington, saw it there. Kind of my hometown place that I've been going since I was in middle school.
Did you and Matthew hang out there all the time?
Yeah, we definitely saw plenty of movies there back in the day. That was kind of our spot, getting dropped off by our parents, or our parents taking us there when we were kids, then getting dropped off eventually to driving ourselves. And I actually moved closer now, so I'm only a couple minutes away at this point.
Nice. All right. What about you, Big Rob? What do you got?
So you're from Philly, huh? All right.
The suburbs. My wife needs me to emphasize that I'm from the suburbs of Philadelphia. She grew up in Philadelphia proper, where I grew up in the suburbs, and she needs me to make sure that I note that difference.
So you're not outside Temple there, but okay. All right. So Pat or Geno's?
Neither. Those are tourist attractions.
None. Damn.
Yeah, I learned the hard way on that one.
So which is your go-to spot?
All right, so this. I'm gonna give you 2 because I'm vegan now, so I'm not eating meat.
Oh.
The best vegan cheesesteaks are from Blackbird. Amazing. Okay. It's a pizza and cheesesteak place. Best vegan cheesesteaks. But when I ate cheesesteaks, Tony Luke's was my favorite.
Tony Luke's. Okay. Cool.
And Joe's as well. I'm gonna put those 2 as a tie.
Joe's. Oh, was that in the Italian neighborhood, or is that outside that area?
No, it's actually I guess that's Mayfair, so that's like more of an Irish neighborhood. But yeah, it's kind of on the border between like northeast Philly and a little bit more towards the center of the city. Yeah, vegan cheesesteaks. I see in the chat they exist.
What is it? Cheese and tofu?
So they use this stuff.
Seitan.
It's called seitan, and it's just plant proteins made into something that's like it's tough and chewy like meat, and has a pretty similar flavor when flavored appropriately. And the cheese is just a vegan cheese sauce, which usually is like cashews ground up with like nutritional yeast and some other things to give it kind of a nutty, cheesy flavor. It's good. It's worth a try.
Okay.
I'll take your word on it.
Uncanny Swag is saying that Satan makes them, so it must be delicious, right?
Yeah, seitan. Seitan is the name of the fake meat product, but
it looks like Satan to me.
it's people call it Satan all the time.
Is the character from Dragon Ball Z, Satan?
Yeah.
All right, Joe. Looks like you made it through the ringer, the rapid fire questions. Woo. All right. So this is your show. Who would you like to go first for today's mail call?
Let's go reverse alphabetical order by first name and start with Rob.
Okay.
All right, Big Rob, you got it.
And no matter what, Steve's last. All right.
Yep. That is true.
All right, so I got some toys here real quick. I picked up a couple of Motu Origins figures. I got me a Stratos.
Oh, nice.
These are, of course, the homages to the originals. They're currently being sold by Mattel. Cool. Six-pack there. Got a Stratos, and I got a Stinkor as well.
Nice.
Does it actually smell?
I know.
I don't know. I'm not sure if this version. I know the OG version did.
Yeah.
Yeah, they smell like patchouli, but I don't know if this new one does, and I will never find out because I'm never opening this sucker. So I really buy them. Yeah, because I have all these fucking characters like 3 times over. I just buy them for the card, really. I also got a little item from Funko. I actually ordered this like months ago, probably like 6-7 months ago. I completely forgot about it from Walmart. It was an exclusive. And it's actually a coin purse of Master of the Universe Funko.
That's kind of cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
you can fit your wallet in there.
I didn't know you were a coin purse type of guy there, Big Rob.
I think I might have had like $1 and fucking nickels and dimes one day. Like, fuck it, I'll just get it. So I got it. I don't know if I'm ever going to use it, but it's mine now. All right. I actually do have some books. I went this weekend.
Hey, Big Rob, you have a question in the chat. Michelle wants to know what happened to the beard.
Big Rob got tired of this fucking beard and shaved it off this morning with, of course, all my hair as well. So it's completely alien today. So no hairs, no mammal activities going on.
Shaved the back too?
Now my arms are not Mr. Fantastics, so I cannot physically do that. It's kind of.
You got a wife?
And I'm not going to put it through that hell.
Oh man.
Nah, just the beard. I just got tired of it, dude. It was just too much. I know my wife loved it too. And
look at that. Inja wants to see the shaved head. Is it too cold in your place?
Well, between me not having no hair and also losing. Thanks.
Man, look at the panel. I mean, I gotta.
Let's between that and losing like I don't know about 40 pounds in the last 6 months, I get cold a lot quicker. Even during the summer, it's getting cold, so my body's trying to adjust to the less meat on me to warm me up. So that's my excuse, and I'll stick to it. I got some books here. Show a couple of highlights. I think. Well, heck. Oh, dude, I've been there for a while. It's just I typically wear something on top, just covering, just protects me from the sun. That's the excuse. Yeah, we are 20. It's a mirror. So I got this one. I think Jeff might show. I don't know who Steve might have shown this.
Yeah.
And it's fucking false advertising. It says adamantium foil variant. This bitch is not foil.
It's also not adamantium.
Yeah, well, I wanted adamantium foil variant. So what the fuck, Marvel? It's straight your shitty paper you could wipe your ass with.
I can't believe they didn't invent adamantium to please everyone. That's so much fun.
Right?
Bastards. I got the Crimson Rain issue 1. I got the Raza.
Nice.
I like that.
Most of the covers were straight fucking trash. There's like 10 covers. They're all horrible.
I thought there was a couple good ones, but they're all
Nah,
incentives.
dude, I could piss on all of them. This one's I thought was the better one. Supposedly the story's good, so that's what I hear. So I heard that's a pretty good story. Now I'm not gonna show my million Star Wars books. Well, actually, we'll show this cover. It's a pretty cool cover from Bounty Hunters. I thought.
Ooh,
No, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Cool.
the lighting on that is beautiful.
Yeah.
How Vader's face is mostly lit by his own lightsaber. I love that.
Yeah, they're really cool. The reflection and the shading, all that. Pretty cool. And I can never say no to Ewoks covers, bro. So it's like, gotta have my Ewoks.
You know, I only know one Ewok, and that's Wicket. I mean, I didn't know they all had names.
Yeah, they all got names, bro. There's
what's that guy's name?
This guy, what's his fucking name? Lumat, Lumat. Lumat. He's French.
Lumat, huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's from Quebec, Canada.
Lumont.
Yeah. I got one of the hot books of last week, Animal Castle. This was the most predictable book. If you didn't order this book way before FOC, you're dummy, because this is so predictable. I knew it was going to be a $30 book off the gate, dude. It was. I didn't go all the way in because I'm like, I don't feel like spending $100 on all the covers, but I just got cover A because I just wanted to check it out. So, yeah, man, it's a cool book. All right. Oh, another TMNT homage, Jennifer Blood.
You have the whole set now, right?
No, I'm missing Evil Ernie. I think it didn't come through or something. It was supposed to be here, but it was not in my pool. So I'm missing the Evil Ernie version of that. And I got some turtle books, some 1 in 10s here. This is 121, a 1 in 10. Finally picked that up. 122, the 1 in 10 is a better cover. Yay. And 123, a 1 in 10 for turtles.
Very nice.
Yeah, pick all those up, and I pick it the negative variant for Shredder, or not the negative cover, not variant, but yeah, I've been picking all these up. These are pretty popular, not really highly printed, but I got that, and I did pick up my cover of the week from what was it, last week, I believe, or a couple weeks ago.
Oh, perfection, man.
Nice.
Yeah, they had the Scarface one at one of my shops.
Yeah, I really love the Pulp Fiction version, the Tales of Mother Goose. So the book has nothing to do with geese at all. So there's no geese in the book. It's actually a crime drama, and the way it's written and depicted, the art is very Quentin Tarantino.
Oh,
so I guess that was probably but I guess it's tales, like a Mother Goose tales, right? Those old myths. But this is a tale of crime. So, and they put it really cool.
And it was like an odd size too, wasn't it? Like
this is magazine size, dude.
Yeah,
it's a big ass book. So, and finally, I did get a magazine, my Star Wars Insider subscription cover. And
that's cool.
It's a cool cover, but I'm a little disappointed because it's this old art. This is art.
Yeah,
they had, and they just. Dude, I paid subscription for this shit. This is, why would they say they're printing subscription covers with old art? It should be original art, in my opinion. I'm paying top dollar for this shit. So, regardless, but the PX exclusive, get that one. It has Darth Malgus on the cover. That's just tight. For issue 207.
The previews exclusive?
Yeah, it should be in your shop next week, I think.
I'll get it.
Yeah, it has Darth Malgus on the cover. It's a 3D. It's kind of like from the Knights of the Old Republic, but it's new art, so it's pretty cool. I won't say that. Dope, I meant. So that's it. That's all I got. Yeah, that's it. So moving on to JR.
So I had kind of a big week.
Woo!
Wow.
We'll go pretty quick though. This came in just today. The
nice.
Core.
Oh, that's awesome.
All eyes on me.
2 of them.
Yep. that one aside for now, though. So, we went a little crazy. I was telling you guys last week with Ragin, that I was just buying from this one shop, just pretty much everything I had on the wall of Star Wars. So,
Oh yeah.
also one of my local shops, A1 Comics, had a big sale, and they're selling them all on discount too. So
That's a good local shop to have.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
So had that. Got another one.
Dewback, man. That's a cool cover.
Yeah, old school Dewback too. I mean, you think about it.
All the Star Wars fanatics would appreciate that Dewback. Thunder. I never seen that. Pink Panther.
First IG-88.
Yeah, very true. Yellow Bader. Big ass
Really
stormtrooper.
horrible. That leg.
That
Just looks really bad.
The perspective, bro, on
Yeah.
the stormtrooper is ridiculous, man.
Yeah. It looks like it's through like a fisheye lens.
It's 20 feet tall. The hell?
This is another kind of funky cover.
What the fuck?
Spider-Man?
No, that's C-3PO.
Is that Spider-Man?
He's maroon. There's giant hentai. All right.
I was about to say, it looks like tentacles to me.
Yeah. That's some gnarly covers, dude.
Yeah, they weren't the prettiest covers back in the day, that's for sure.
Yeah, Leia's packing. All right. Is that supposed to be an homage, that Star Wars one? The one before with the spotlight? Yeah, that one.
Maybe? I'm not sure.
Huh. Damn, that lady's purple.
No, to get it straight, Ragin, I had already asked for all this stuff beforehand, and I just warned you after I did it. So that's it. Well, I got a couple more of the Marvel ones. Where are they? These were dupe ones I ended up grabbing.
You got second copies.
Yeah.
Lobot being the shit out of Lando.
And then first Lando.
Oh,
Oh,
damn.
nice.
How
Can't
much for the
beat it.
Lando?
$6.
$6?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's
It's not in. I mean, it's probably an 8.0, but if you're gonna give me a Lando for $6, I'll take it.
What issue is that?
Issue 43.
Yeah, 43.
Okay.
They had a weird sale. So the sale was any book that's $5 or under was 50% off. Any book that was $5 to $10 was 25% off. Anything from 10 to 100 was 20% off, and then over 100 was 10% off.
Okay.
And it just seemed it was weird. So, just because it's
Yeah.
Dark Horse.
Also, that 43-second Boba Fett.
Oh, it is. That's true.
Ooh, there you go. That's kind of a hot book right now. Shout out the Empire stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at that. Is that the variant? No, right?
I don't think so. This is number 6.
Wait a minute. Oh, I don't have that cover. That's why I don't recognize it. Okay. Oh, that
And
one.
this is Evolution.
Yeah, not a very popular.
It's Dark Horse. I was like, I'll grab it.
Yeah. Ooh, Jedi vs. Sith.
Yep.
Those are hard to find, bro.
Oh, I know. X-Wing. This is a promo one. I don't know what this came from.
Action figure.
No, the promo
No?
one, that one came in Kellogg's cereal.
Ooh.
Okay.
Because I have that exact copy still in the
The bag.
film. Yeah.
Okay.
The film. Oh, okay.
Yep.
And then Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah, I've never seen that cover.
And then I got a couple other things. So, I had one other Star Wars, sorry. Which he looks like he's fighting the guy from Mortal Kombat.
Oh,
With 4 arms.
Goro.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like Legend as well, minus those 2 arms.
So I saw this there. I just had to pick it up.
Shield. Sterenko?
Yeah.
Actually, it's not Sterenko. It's the same run. But Sterenko had quit by this time.
Oh.
That run's one that I'm trying to pick up because there's only 18 issues. It's so
Yeah. Actually, I
so
think there's
easy
only
to get.
15.
I thought it was 18.
I think it's 15. I think the other 3 were done in something else.
Huh.
Like the following 3 issues were 2 of them were reprints of 1 and 5, I think,
Okay.
or something like that.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I was looking it up this weekend to see how many, because I've slowly been picking those up.
If you want to collect a complete Silver Age run, silver / I guess the last couple issues are bronze probably, but that one's just so affordable.
Yeah. Well, I mean, still get high grades, and the early ones are still expensive though.
And
that was $100 for that one.
The one with the Christmas tree, the black cover, that's mega expensive in high grade.
Yeah, with the hate monger hate monger, the ornaments.
Yeah,
you're talking about. Yeah, I've got a low grade of that one, but it's still worth it. And then I picked up to get my Daredevil run just a little bit closer.
Yeah,
another Daredevil.
Font is weird.
Yeah, they did that for some reason during that time. They did that weird font.
Yeah, that's so unusual. Okay.
Thankfully, they changed it back.
Yeah, thankfully, and eventually they even changed it to like Daredevil and Black Widow.
Mm-hmm.
But since Steve's not here, I'm gonna leave Alonzo for last. I can't let our guest go last. So it's on you, Joe.
All right,
Joe.
So I got this separated. I like getting organized. So I got the DC first. This book, Facebook. Someone posted this in one of the comic groups on Facebook. It had been up for a couple hours and no one had hopped on it. Not a single comment or anything on it. And the person just said, willing to sell this. Who wants it? They didn't list a price or whatever.
That's probably why they didn't jump.
And it's lower grade.
Ooh,
for this book, you really don't want this book in a 5.0. It's it's a book from the 80s. It's pretty easy to find in a 7.0 or 8.0 plus. But this one was a 5.0, and I threw the guy I just threw him a number. So I messaged him. I looked on eBay. 5 5s and to 6 5s had been selling around $150, $170.
Wow! Really?
I messaged the guy. I said $80 shipped, and he said you got it. So
wow, that's a deal.
$80 for first appearance of Deathstroke. I will take that all day.
That's a deal.
Oh yeah,
that is a deal for sure.
Because he's eventually going to show up in something.
Yeah.
I mean, I know. Yeah, but let's be real. Snyder versus Dead. I'm saying he's actually going to end up in something that'll actually come out to be something.
Yeah. Well, he was in Titans season 2, but again, not a lot of people watching that.
I mean, he was in Arrow, if you want to consider that too.
I didn't even watch Arrow, so.
Yeah. It's George Perez, right?
It is George Perez. That's another one of the reasons I picked it up.
Yeah.
Yep. Great one. And, a slab, any slab for $80.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Shipped at
that. If it's a key, that's a good deal. This
next
one was a thrift store find. I'm big on stopping at thrift stores and antique stores and hunting through. A lot of times they have stuff that they don't know what they have, stuff like that. I recently posted that I found a ASM 238 first Hobgoblin for $10 at a thrift store. It didn't have the tattoos, but it was still relatively high grade, without the tattoos. This was in a dollar bin.
Oh wow!
Oh my god!
I don't know what this is
awesome.
This is from the first miniseries. There was a 6-issue miniseries.
That's expensive.
Everyone knows issue 1. That's the first Terry McGinnis in comics. It's got that great purple cover. This is number 6. Now the cool thing about this, it's the first appearance of ink, which that's great. It also had a super low print count. I think like 20-some thousand was the print count. For a book in 1999, that was super, super low. Yeah. So this thing is going on eBay for like $50 to $125, depending on the grade in a raw. I got it for $1. And this is a little preview. I'm actually tomorrow morning putting out a recent dollar bin haul video, and this is one of the books that I'm showing off in there. So you guys get this little sneak peek.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, love Batman Beyond. So that was I was 9 when that show came out in 1999. So that was like I was like peak superhero love at that time. All right, I'm going to go on to the indie books. This was in a video I posted on Monday. Got this at a con over the weekend. This is the
Nice.
second printing of Witches #1. This is my favorite indie title ever. Certainly
wow.
my favorite horror title. It's Scott Snyder. Jock does the art. Love it. I have never found this book in the wild before because the second printing was so small.
Yeah.
And yeah, had to pick it up. It was like $7.50. So
That's hard to find in the New York Comic Con variant for #1 is hard to find too.
I have every single version in a 9.8 of all 6 books.
Oh, nice.
Because I have problems and obsess over that book. But yeah, that's the first raw that I've ever found of the second printing of #1. This was a pretty recent pickup. It was in one of my videos. It's a Spawn #9. Now I'm big on the Angela spec. You know, a lot of people have talked about Angela maybe coming to the MCU. I think it's possible. And either way, this is just a great Spawn book. I recently bought a collection from a guy, and this was in the picture. He sent me a picture of like some of the books. Said, "I just want $100. I just need to get them out of my house." I said, "Okay." There was this. There was some other cool stuff, Dark Knight books, and some other keys, Midnight Suns, first Midnight Sun. So I trusted this guy. I went in a little bit blind. I bought this book. Check this out.
Oh wow.
Oh, very nice.
Well,
Damn.
that's $100 at least.
Yeah, so it's
Wow.
high grade. I've been looking into it. 9.6s sell for about $350 to $400. 9.8s clear 1,000 on every sale. So I will be pressing this one and submitting it. Even if it gets that 9.4, I'm definitely coming up on it.
Yeah.
But I really can't imagine it getting lower than a 9.4.
Nice.
Damn, news
And if Matt Smith's in the chat, he's gonna say he says he wants it if it's a 9.6 or less, because I said I'm gonna keep it if it's a 9.8. But yeah, beautiful book.
Wow.
And this was another dollar bin find recently. Icon #1 still in the
Yeah.
polybag.
Wow.
That's just crazy.
People, I feel like people when they see polybag books, they skip past them for obvious reasons. Most of them are awful. Most of them are, worthless dollar books. I think this one just got skipped until I came along and saw what it was.
Now, if DC would stop skipping it and actually make a movie out of it.
Yeah. I know there's hype. There's hype right now because they brought back a lot of the milestone titles. So maybe they got something in the works. All right, I got 2 more. Marvel stuff. This was another thrift, kind of like thrift antique store. I paid $3 for this.
Oh, wow.
Second Morbius, isn't it? Or
It's
No.
it's the
Blade.
first magazine size meetup of these two.
okay, that's what it is.
They do meet up in Adventure into Fear like 26 or something. I don't remember the exact number, but yeah. Awesome cover.
Don't let that anywhere near Michelle. She might hurt you for it.
Yeah, that's actually I met Michelle. I talk about this. We met. Oh man, I'm like blurry now. I gotta get the focus back in. We met for the first time at Baltimore Comic-Con, buying Bronze Age horror books. I was buying a Tomb of Dracula 1, and she was buying a Man Thing Volume 1, #1.
Nice.
Yeah. Am I still out of focus? Does it look weird?
It's
You're
getting
a little
there.
blurry.
A little blurry.
All right,
little
it'll
blurry.
auto correct at some point. I put the too close to the screen. I said 2 more books, but now I actually have 2 more because I forgot I had this one. We got XMen #6.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh.
You forgot about that one.
I've been picking
How
up.
could you forget?
I had it to the side because a
Namor,
little special book. But yeah, I've been picking up. First of all, I'm trying to complete an X-Men run, which is a daunting task.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is now the lowest number that I have, so I still need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Some of those are pretty pricey, but couldn't pass this up. I've been picking up a lot of Submariner stuff just because he's coming eventually. There's no way they leave him out. And 5.5, pretty solid mid grade for a book from what, 63?
Oh yeah,
64.
that's my next run after Daredevil.
Yeah, I'm working on both at the same time right now, so it'll take a while to do both. But
I'm down to 100 on the other, so
yeah. Speaking of Daredevil, I got an early Christmas present. My wife couldn't wait to give it to me. One of the most sought after Daredevil books.
Oh, there you go.
Yes.
First Elektra.
Damn, I don't have that one.
Wow.
She my wife reached out to a friend of mine who works at one of the local shops here. He's the manager of a store called Toy and Comic Heaven. His name is Alex. And she reached out to him and she said, I really want to get Joe a Daredevil book. He's really trying to collect that run. And Alex messaged me, and covertly he was like, hey, the shop's getting in a bunch of Daredevil stuff. What books do you need for your run? And I texted him the books that I need, and he went to my wife and said, yeah, he needs 168. You should get him that one, First Elektra. And
nice.
lo and behold, he was able to find it. And I got a little bit early Christmas present on, I guess, Sunday I got it.
And that's
Very
a newsstand version of it, right?
It is a newsstand, which it's from 1980. So that's before the newsstands got really rare, but people still like the newsstands from that era. Great book, though.
Nice.
And
Yes.
that wraps up my haul. I got a couple indie, I got a couple DC, and I got a couple of Marvel ones to fill some runs.
Very nice.
Thank you.
I can't compete with that.
Well, you have
now,
to.
now I know how Steve feels. All right. So this is what I got. I'll start with the toy, and Sheena will be very, very happy. I finally got this. It's the Punchline Pop
Oh my god.
from New York Comic Con. So I finally
looks
got
cool.
this from Hot Topic. And then also got the 1 in 25 of West Coast Avengers.
Yeah, it's a cool book.
I love that cover.
Yeah, and it came with Generations 1 and Civil War 2.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Keep
I was
pushing.
like, oh, not bad. And it was all for the low price, I think, of like $20. So I'm like, I'll take it.
Yeah.
And then Copy will be very, very happy. I got these. DC versus Vampires.
Very cool.
Nice.
And I got the set from the Comic Mint. So they had Wonder Woman issue number 6, right?
Ooh.
And then they had the Virgin variant of that cover.
Wow.
And then it also came with a David Nakayama cover. And I think this is either Bartel or Frizen.
Those black,
cover.
white, and gold variants have been so hot.
Yeah.
Just flying off shelves.
I know. I wish I had the Besh one, but I did not get it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got some cool Street Fighter books from Carnivore Comics. So the Star Wars homage.
Oh,
that's
bastard.
cool.
That's
That's
what you're
awesome.
talking about.
Yeah.
Damn. I missed that. I didn't even know that existed.
Carnivore Comics. I think they still have him on their site.
Huh.
Okay.
That almost
And
reminds
then,
me of like Voltron.
Yeah, that's a
There
great
you go.
cover. Yeah.
The
That was-
Cami cover.
Where'd you get that from? Carnivore as well, or
Yeah, Carnivore as well. They re-released a couple of them, so I guess some people didn't because it was sold out. So I guess some people
Yeah.
didn't pay up or something happened.
Yeah, the Cami,
And then the Heathens. This was also at Carnivore. They have a ton of good stuff, so I would just definitely hit them up. And it is foil. You can see the shimmer.
Mhm.
Very nice.
So I wouldn't call it adamantium, but yeah. And then Big Rob, funny that you were mentioning Animal Castle because I'm all in on Animal Castle for
Yeah,
There you
all, their,
go.
Yeah,
and
dude,
then
those
all of
are
their variants.
the easiest call, dude. It's just Animal Castle's like this. Come on, dude.
Did you get any copies of the original French print? The French printing?
No.
Look at that. Oh,
Ooh,
Jeez.
I like that one.
that's the one, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So got them all. I was like, how come people aren't picking this up?
Yeah.
So I just put it in like $80, got the whole set. So I'm like, this is terrific. And then pick these up at LA Comic Con at David Boer's booth. It's the Whatnot variants for Kanto. So pick those up.
That's awesome.
And then I got this, and I hopefully Inja got the same thing too, from Stranger Comics, Niobe. So this was their giveaway that they had, and it's signed by the artist and the writer.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah,
Interesting.
it was their giveaway. It was for free. It was I think during their Black Friday. So, and Inja was on the same group chat or IG Live.
There's 3 signatures on there.
Yeah. Oh, there's 4.
Oh,
No, you're right. No, there's 4. All 4 signed. So there's one up here,
Yeah,
2
that's
here,
right.
and then 1 down here.
Oh, I didn't even see the one at the bottom.
I didn't either until just right now, Joe.
Yeah, it blends in.
Yeah,
I'm glad I said something.
you did, because I was like, oh well, that was it. So yeah, that's all I have.
Cool.
Joe, are you ready?
This or that?
Yes. Are you ready for
Let's do
some
it.
verses? Here we go.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Banana nut bread.
That banana bread?
That is banana bread.
Did you know that I love banana bread?
I had a feeling you like banana nut
Oh,
bread.
didn't I say it? Yeah.
Like
Okay,
especially that your wife makes it. Like she
Yeah,
just makes the best
the
banana
best
nut bread.
on earth. Yep.
That looks good.
Yeah.
All right. So you just saw Spider-Man No Way Home.
I did.
Okay. But I kind of want to know something.
Okay.
Is Mephisto in it?
Should I answer the question?
Yes, you should answer the question.
No, Mephisto's not it.
Oh,
Yes, he is.
Oh my
No.
God! How can
It's
Mephisto
Doctor
not be
Strange.
in it?
It's him.
Oh man, are you sure?
Yeah, Superman's actually in it instead.
Oh,
so-
I knew it. I
Yeah.
knew it. All right. Fair enough. I was really hoping Mephisto was finally going to show up in a Marvel movie.
Yeah, right.
All right. If you had to choose, which one would you take? I mean, these are both great books. They're both by Tinian. You got The Department of Truth or Nice House on the Lake. What is your choice, sir, and why?
This is tough, but I lean towards horror over drama, mystery, whatever you want to call Department of Truth. So I got to go with Nice House on the Lake. It's actually my 3rd favorite current run right now.
Oh, what's your first?
Ooh, first is Tom Taylor's Nightwing run, and second is the current Damian Wayne Robin run.
Ooh, very nice.
The Robin Mortal Kombat. I call
Yes, that series was really good.
it. Oh, it's so good.
I mean, Flatline is a favorite character of mine. I like her a lot.
I literally picked up so many copies of issue number 1 because it's her first appearance.
Right on. All right. These are a couple of your favorite artists here. Straczynski, and I hope I'm pronouncing that one, or Sinkovich,
Yeah.
Sinkovich or Jock.
This is tough, but I got to go with like the longevity of the career that Sinkovich has had, like, or Sienkiewicz. I've heard it pronounced so many different ways, but I've heard Sienkiewicz the most, so that's the way I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Jock's great. Love him on Witches. My like I said, my favorite indie run ever. But Bill Sienkiewicz does do the variant art on issue number 1 of that run. So yeah, I'm going to go with Sienkiewicz.
Sienkiewicz.
Okay, there we go.
I always pronounce it Sinkovich, but
I did too.
yeah, I've heard it so many ways. So
I've heard Sinkowitz. Yeah.
oh man, nice. Okay. And then next, you love yourself some Robins.
I do.
Who is the best Robin and who is the worst Robin? If you want to start with the worst, you can.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with Stephanie Brown as the worst, just because there's just not much of her. It was a short time period, not a lot happened. So I'm gonna put her as the worst, just because if I got to read those Robin stories, she's got the least interesting. The best is a really, really tough one for me. It's like almost a 4-way tie as far as which is the best. But I guess. Oh man, someone's gonna chew me out for this one, but I think I like Damien the best.
Well, yeah, I see that.
Why do you like Damien? Why is Damien your pick for the best Robin?
He's just got such a problem with authority, like even way far more than like Jason ever did, and he's just way like over the top, and it's like he's such a likable character, if that makes sense. It just brings more, but like, I mean, Dick's the original. Jason I like more as Red Hood, and Dick I like more as Nightwing. So I think that's why they fall under. And then Tim has like the most in-depth kind of storyline because he had his own solo runs and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like the best person all around, in my opinion. But yeah, so that I think that puts Damien up top for me.
I would say also, I mean, at least with Tim, he's the most grounded.
Sure.
He's the most normal.
He's the most sane, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're like he's the boring one then.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, he's the boring one, but he's like, it's like you want to root for him because he's the good guy. He wants to do good. Like that's his sole purpose.
It's definitely the Cyclops of the bunch.
What was that, Rob?
What was that?
What was that you said?
Oh, it's definitely the Cyclops of the bunch.
Yeah, he's Cyclops.
Mm-hmm. All right. You like the show Billy on the Street?
No, I don't. I love the show Billy.
Oh, you love the show. So who was a better guest? Was it Seth Rogen or Will Ferrell?
Oh, Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen, they went up to people and Seth Rogen was behind the camera, so they couldn't see with Seth Rogen. And Billy would tell people that Seth Rogen had died that day, and they got to see the reaction and then have him pull the camera away and be like, just kidding, I'm alive. And I thought that was just absolutely like just perfect television right there.
That's pretty good.
Oh my god, that sounds hilarious.
Yeah.
I had to do some digging. I didn't know who this Billy on the Street guy was.
Oh, it's on Netflix and it's all the seasons. And the great part is you can just kind of watch whenever. They don't connect. It's just it's a street game show. So you can just watch an episode here and there, and it's just pure comedy.
Even Moonlit was like, what the F?
It is. It's really messed up. Yeah, this one lady's like, after he tells her, she's like, oh, that's so sad. But I don't think he was that funny. Like, you're a lot funnier than he is. And Seth Rogen's like sitting there like, I just died and you're complaining about how funny I am.
Oh, that is comedy gold.
Yeah, plus there's a reoccurring character, Elena. She is an old Jewish woman who lives in New York City and ended up on one of the episodes, I believe in season 1 or 2, one of the early seasons. And then she became like kind of an internet celebrity because of that episode. And then they randomly found her like 2 seasons later. And then she's been a reoccurring guest since then.
So Mike has this comment, like, give you $1 to answer this question.
Yeah.
So that's what he does? That's
like one shtick? Of the, it's called For $1. He walks up to people and he says, for $1. And it's usually like completely an opinion based question. Like, for $1, should Cameron Diaz just stop it? Like he says stuff like that, just absolutely random. Sometimes he just runs up to people and just screams at them random, things. But yeah, it's great. And then they have like different types of segments. They have like this like lightning round one where they kind of run around just getting people's opinions very quickly. They have like a drawing based one where someone has to draw something in 30 seconds and see if anyone can figure out what it is. It's a whole thing, but it's a great show. Perfect television. If you're into like Eric Andre style comedy, it's like a little bit more tame version of that.
All right. Look at that. And now Michelle's going to be watching this thing.
Let me know how it is, Michelle. I love it.
All right. One of your favorite movies is Rogue One. So who is a better duo?
Oh man, this one's really tough.
You realize it's like the 5th anniversary of this movie too, right?
Yeah, it came
Like
out
today.
right around. Is it actually today?
It was today, yeah.
Wow.
Oh man, the best duo. I gotta go with. Oh man, I just love the end scene so much, where Jin and oh my god, what's his name? Diego Luna's character. I
Yeah.
just blanked on his name. When they're just standing there and just lights just coming over them. So I gotta go with them.
Yeah, that's a great duo.
You know what? I like with K2SO. Like, I think he's hilarious.
K2SO is amazing.
I like that pairing.
Yeah, he's great. I mean, he added like the perfect amount of like, basically like C-3PO and R2-D2 did the perfect amount of like comedic backdrop. Honestly, everyone in this movie is great. Like the characters are all, despite being in just one movie, they're all like you can relate to them and you feel for them. And then, I think I can say spoilers because this movie's been out for 5 years, like you said. It's all just over. Like you build up this connection to these characters over 2 hours, and then it's like you knew the whole time they couldn't survive,
right?
And then it happens, and you're like, "Damn!" And then you see Darth Vader and Leia, and it's like a rush of nostalgia, which is awesome. Perfect movie.
Even the villain, though, the villain in it was great. I mean, and I've read some of the books and stuff with him. It just adds more layers to him. He's just so great of character. But the thing about K2 is K2's great by himself.
Sure.
Without Andor,
he's
great.
Yeah.
But I just don't. I mean, I like that pairing, but it's all on K2. Whereas the other one, Danny and I forget the two fighters' names. On the bottom, they just work best together.
No, the whole.
Just give us a question. Go ahead, Joe.
Oh no, I was just gonna say the whole like the forces. I'm strong with the force. The force is with me. Whatever it is.
Yeah.
I'm one with the force. The force is with me.
I'm one with the force. That's it. Yeah, just that whole, the repetition of that line and how it occurs multiple times and gives us so much background and so much like you just know these characters. Like I said, and it's so much character development in a short period of time.
Joe, I think your wife is playing a trick on you.
I'm pretty sure my wife is asleep because it's after 9:30 p.m. So I don't think there's any way she's awake. But I unfortunately I'm married. Well, not unfortunately. Crap. Oh, why did I say that? I'm gonna get in trouble.
Oh.
Too bad.
You're in trouble now, sir.
I am happily married.
All right. And you are a punk fan, right? So if you had to choose, would it be At the Drive-In or Gorilla Biscuits?
God, these are two of my favorite bands. Oh man, this is. Oh, you had to do this to me. We're getting like two different styles of punk-related music. We're getting New York City, and we're getting Long Island. Is that the Drive-In Long Island? No, At the Drive-In's Texas. So we're getting two different eras. We're getting. Oh my God, this is. All right, so I'm gonna go with At the Drive-In specifically because they've put out more music. Gorilla Biscuits has an EP and an LP, and that's it. Whereas At the Drive-In has multiple full albums. Yeah, At the Drive-In. Final answer.
So I have to ask this just because I love music, and Gorilla Biscuits looks amazing.
Yes.
What's their better? So I know they only two out. They have an EP and a LP, but
yeah. So as far as Gorilla Biscuits goes, the song that got me into them, which is honestly, I credit this song with really getting me into like 80s hardcore punk.
okay.
Is a song called New Direction, and it's the first song off their LP, which is entitled Start Today. So if you're gonna listen to one song, listen to New Direction. That will shed light on what that band is.
I'll definitely check it out. I listened to Black Flag and stuff back in the day, so
Sure, yeah. This was kind of the next step. You know, there was
Right.
the Black Flag and Minor Threat in like the early 80s,
Mhm.
and then later 80s was like Gorilla Biscuits, Chain of Strength, Judge, a lot of New York bands and California bands.
Okay, nice.
And not to be confused with One Direction.
Not to be confused with One Direction. This is New Direction. And someone said in the chat a minute ago, One Arm Scissor, which is that's the
Cross.
song. Yeah, that's the song that got me into At the Drive-In. I actually heard it when I was probably like 11 or 12 in a skate video. And I just thought it was a very shocking song. Just there's a lot of like discordant guitar parts that are just very like kind of jarring almost. And the vocals are insane on that song. So yeah, that's One Arm Scissors, the song that got me into At the Drive-In.
Cool. All right. Sriracha or Tapatio?
I'm a Sriracha guy. I'm actually known at my local cafe as Sriracha Joe. The owner calls me that because I'm a big avocado toast guy. So I go in there with my avocado toast and I drench the thing with Sriracha.
Wow. What restaurant do you go to?
It's a little cafe, locally owned. It's called Be Well, and they have a location about 15 minutes from me, and then they opened a second location recently about 10 minutes from me. And the second location, unfortunately, has been struggling due to the pandemic, mostly of staffing reasons. And they've actually been closed for months, and they're officially reopening tomorrow. And I'm probably going to go there for lunch as soon as I get done work.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sriracha Joe. Gotta love it.
Yeah.
Rob, you're a Tapatio man, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That's fair. That's fair.
No. I do think we're raised with Latino influences a lot. So I think, for me at least, I was given Tapatio when I was way too young to probably be taking it. But I think probably the same with Rob too.
Yeah, baby, on your tongue, dude.
Yeah.
Isn't Sriracha the factory here in LA?
Yep.
One of them, yeah.
Yeah, were they in trouble for like because the smell out of the factory was so strong, it was killing the neighborhood next to it, and they were like trying to sue the company from stop spreading the
Well, I think it's because have you ever taken like peppers and put them in a blender and made like you can gas people out with those stuff.
Yeah, so this neighborhood was getting tortured for years. I don't know what happened, but
neither one of those you want to mess with, like production wise. They both got some serious heat.
Sure. Yeah. I'll tell you one thing about the Rooster brand of Sriracha. The owner of the company, the founder, he like came over here on like a boat, you know, as a stowaway, entered the country illegally, started this company, you know, ended up getting citizenship, grew this company to, you know, being huge. And this is the most incredible thing. He ended up giving the shares of the company to the people that work there. It was such like a tight-knit family. Cool. And it ended up being like every employee there got like at least $10,000 worth of shares of this company. And you know, great, you know, especially incentive to grow the business and stuff like that. And they've obviously done very well for themselves. They're in Walmart and Target every grocery store in the world,
Yeah,
in the country rather,
maybe the world.
So
in the world.
So I like what Frost put on there. It's like on eggs. Like I've never had sriracha on eggs, but tapatio on eggs is so good.
Yeah, I like sriracha on eggs. I mean, I eat egg substitutes, which taste like eggs. So, but yeah, sriracha's good. I actually like. I get crap for this all the time, but Tabasco sauce. I like that on.
Oh, I love Tabasco sauce. Or
Yeah.
what's the other one that's just basically the same thing?
Cholula.
Well, Cholula is the same thing as Tapatio,
Yeah,
but
which is
there's like
usually what I get.
Tabasco sauce, and there's is it Louisiana hot sauce? Is the other one?
Yeah, that one.
There's like
yeah,
two
yeah.
that are, they're
Louisiana hot sauce.
interchangeable.
Yeah.
But I've noticed like with sriracha, to me it seems like it's more for like if you have like a soup like with ramen and stuff,
Sure.
where it's better
Oh.
for that, whereas Tapatio is better for like quesadillas and maybe avocado toast, that type of stuff.
Yeah, I put sriracha on my pad thai. That's my noodle of choice. I put it on.
Oh yeah, that's so good. But like JR mentioned, like pho. Like I will put so much sriracha in there with some hoisin sauce. So good.
Yeah, actually I'm not a big fan of pho just because I don't like really salty broth.
Uh-huh.
But like when we go get pho, I get pad thai and I put hoisin sauce and sriracha on it.
Nice.
Same thing, just basically without the broth. You know, you get the noodles and all that veggies.
Cool. All right. And this is before I knew that you were vegetarian. So we're gonna have to switch it up here and say, because it was Japanese ramen versus Mexican albondigas. But since you're vegan, how about we just go? If you had to choose between Mexican versus Japanese, what is your cuisine of choice?
All right, so rewind because I don't know what the Mexican thing is here. I'll be honest. So if I had to pick between these two, I'm going ramen all day. And there are vegan ramens. So, but as far as Japanese cuisine and Mexican, I'm really big on both of them. We have a great, super authentic Mexican restaurant in the town that I grew up in. I actually brought a friend of mine who went to college here, who was from Texas, whose parents were immigrants from Mexico. We brought them there one time, and they were like, "This is great. We did not expect this in Philadelphia." But at the same time, Japanese, we got sushi there, which I love sushi. So that's tough. Probably in that vein, I'll go Mexican because sushi's a little bit limited without eating the fish.
Okay. So albondigas is just essentially meatball soup.
Okay.
But it's so good like during this kind of cold weather. I mean,
Sure.
It's delicious.
Yeah, it's a Mexican wedding instead of Italian wedding. Makes sense.
Yeah, that is true.
But yeah, when I went back to Baltimore, even the Taco Bell shit, it's not real Mexican food.
No.
But even that was bad for Taco Bell standards when I went back there. I don't expect anything on the East Coast to be good Mexican, so I'll have to next time out that way, I'll have to go to that other place.
Taco Bell from the East Coast is different from Taco Bell from the West Coast.
It was bad.
I can't remember the last time I ate Taco Bell.
It had less flavor than it usually does.
Gotcha. Yeah, if I'm gonna go fast food, I go Chipotle.
Nice. And we were just talking about kind of like Chipotle. Chipotle is awesome. I love it. Their burrito bowls are so good.
Yeah, and it's nice because you can customize it so easily. And you know, like if I want a vegan meal, a friend of mine wants a burrito full of meat, like we can both go there and get what we want.
Yep.
It's all about their guac and chips.
That's true.
They're guac solid.
Yeah.
All right. And then tell us a little bit of what you do for a living, Joe.
Yeah, so I'm a financial advisor. Particularly I work with people within their employer-sponsored retirement plans. I work in the public sector, so I work with teachers, professors, hospitals, and things like that. Helping people save for retirement. I, just kind of, set them up with an account and, help them invest their money and, look at the long term of things.
Okay.
But this is an interesting. I'm
Yeah,
looking at all
so-
the things on the screen here. Go
Yeah,
for
of
it.
course. So since you're a financial advisor, and there's a lot of things that have been kind of coming up. I mean, people are saying and they're noting that buying some certain Lego sets have outperformed the Dow. Comic books are great investments right now. Cards are great investments. NFTs, Bitcoin. There's tons of stuff here. So which one do you think would be the best investment?
I can't answer this question because of my job and the laws behind it, but I will say, the best way to go about doing things is being diversified. Just having multiple avenues and not being all in on one thing, and that's kind of like the first rule of investing is, don't throw all your money shorting GameStop.
You mean
Don't be a
I
Robin Hood?
shouldn't buy just all Legos? I shouldn't just do that.
You should.
Yeah, I personally wouldn't. I certainly know some people that do invest in that way, but yeah, it's you got to spread out, and as far as collectibles, you guys know you gotta collect what you like.
Mhm.
I like that. I see where you went there.
Yeah,
Very true.
So like JD had just mentioned, taking your advice, so he should diversify between Legos and comic books.
Only Archie comics, though.
there we go. Diversifying could be buying, you got your regular Legos, your Star Wars Legos, your Ninjagos.
There we go. Or
I
like
don't
Mike,
think that counts.
or Mike said that you can maybe have Marvel cards and DC cards. Is that okay? Is
Oh.
that diversification?
That's extremely well. This is completely sarcasm.
I
want to note that
you heard it here first. From
Nothing
a
that I'm
financial
saying here
advisor.
tonight is financial advice. That is, I
Oh,
gotta put that caveat out there.
So you mean my 1990 something Lady Death cards? I shouldn't diversify and buy more of those?
Yeah, that seems like an all-in for sure.
But yeah, some of those Lego sets, Michelle's kind of like, I didn't know about Legos, but some of those Lego sets are thousands and thousands of dollars, depending on the set.
I believe it. I wish that I hadn't given away every Lego that I ever had, because I had a Millennium Falcon when I was a kid, X-Wings, TIE Fighters. I had tons of Star Wars Legos as a kid.
Well, some of the crazy ones also are like, when you go to the Star Wars stuff, it's like from the celebrations where they have like these, they're just small sets. Like I remember they had a Sand Cruiser one year, and those things, you only bought it for like $25, but it's gone up in price because the people want that box set.
I
They
believe
want
it.
to have all the Star Wars ones.
Yeah. I definitely had a Sand Cruiser as a kid. I don't know if it was that one specifically, but
It was literally like a small, it was like the size of this phone, Sand Cruiser.
yeah, I
Like
want
they
to
did
say
it for a
that
celebration.
mine might have been that one. I don't know.
Oh, and Rudy, this is a great lead in, Rudy. So here we go. What is, and this is for where everybody gets to kind of play along here. We'll start with you, Joe, since you are a guest.
Yeah.
You are entering the casino. Which table do you head to first?
Oh,
And
I
why?
walk past every table game and every slot machine, and I go to the poker room. That is the only place I'll really play anything. I stay away from the other games.
And why is that?
Okay, so for those of you who don't know, if you're not casino goers, every game in the casino, the slot machines, roulette, blackjack, all the weird ones that I don't remember the names of, you're playing against the house. And the house has it rigged so that you're not winning more than half the time. You might be 30% to win, you might be 48%, but you're never breaking that 50% mark. With poker, you're playing against the other players at the table. And as long as you have a skill advantage, large enough bankroll, and the time, over that amount of time, you will be a winning player. You have to have those advantages. You have to be disciplined. You have to, follow the math.
Okay, I like that logic. I like it a lot. Jr., what is your game of choice?
I mean, I'm a poker guy. I mean, to me, it's if I'm not playing a cash game, it's the best place to play tournament because you can sit there and play for a fixed amount of money for a long term. As long as you can keep your emotions in check and just read the field around you and see what people are playing, you should be fine. Don't rush into things. I won't lie though. There's sometimes I'll just randomly put money into a slot machine just to pull the one arm bandit. But I'm not gonna sit down at a slot machine and play it for hours.
I'm based on the first thing you said. I am a tournament player. I am a very, very mediocre cash game player. I would say below average for someone who plays poker a lot. But I'm a winning tournament player, so that is typically what I play.
Wow. So, what have you placed in a tournament? What's the highest you've placed?
I've won plenty.
Wow.
Both
What's the
live.
biggest purse you've won?
There you go.
Biggest purse I won was earlier this year. It was an online tournament that was part of like a series. So they have like individual weekly tournaments, but then every once in a while they have a big series, and it's like a week of just bigger buy-in tournaments every day. So this was crazy. I played a $30 buy-in tournament to win entry to a $300 buy-in tournament.
So a satellite tournament.
Yep, a satellite. Yeah, for those who don't know, it's called a satellite. It's just a way to get into a big tournament for cheaper. I won that, got into the $300 tournament, and I won the $300 tournament for a little over $18,000.
Whoa!
Enjoy paying those taxes.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to April of this year or next year. But yeah, that was my biggest win before that. Was I had a couple in like the $5,000 and $6,000, which are great wins, but this one crushed it. And it was actually the first time I had an article written up about one of my wins. So on pokernews.com,
nice.
It's got my doesn't have my name. It only has my online username because this was an online tournament.
Was it Sriracha Joe?
It wasn't. My online username is #MTGLife because I'm a big Magic the Gathering player.
Okay. So I've got to add a quick question. Since you're about the right age for when the World Series of Poker boom was, who was your favorite player to watch?
So I've always been a really big fan of Phil Locke. Not that I think he is one of the best players, but he is certainly the most entertaining player because the dude wears like ski goggles and talks nonsense the entire time. There's one of my favorite videos with him. He's just spouting off words. It seems like talking about his opponent, and he talks for like 2 minutes, and at the end he goes, "I really like my hand, and I'm going to express that mathematically, like by betting this much," and just pushes all his chips in. And he's a trip to watch. As far as skill level and stuff like that, Justin Bonomo is one of my favorite. He's a much more low key guy. Not as entertaining to watch as Phil Locke, but dude is a genius with cards.
Nice.
Very nice.
Okay. Big Rob, what about you? What's your game of choice at a casino?
Well, honestly, I kind of just walk by all that shit. I really don't gamble, but if I do bet, it's usually smart. If I usually do it is sports. I'll do boxing, some football, but that's typically what I do. Casinos, I just go to have drinks and eat and dance, all that bullshit. But yeah, the gambling part I kind of stay away because it's just expensive. It's
we need video of Rob dancing now.
Yes.
Well, no, but yeah. The sports betting that I do, I usually have fun doing that because I know what I'm doing. So yeah,
nice. As for me, and Justin knows, like I hit the craps table. That's my game of choice. I love it just because of the sheer like camaraderie. It's a very very social game. Yeah, I love it.
I have some friends that say that that's their favorite place because you get the most like you're all cheering together. You're all trying to win together. So
Yep,
It's very entertaining.
it is. It's fantastic. I
No, it
love
is.
it. Love it.
I've watched it. I don't know how to play. I
No one
couldn't
does.
tell you what was going on, but you basically just look around and everyone's cheering. Okay, yay! Everyone's groaning. Oh, boo!
That is true. That is true. So, Joe, Sriracha Joe, thank you so much for participating in Versus. I think you passed again with flying colors.
Thank you.
So why don't you let us know what you have coming?
Yeah, so if you don't follow me on YouTube, first of all, shame on you. You absolutely should be doing that. Just kidding, but I appreciate the subs. If you guys want to go sub to the YouTube channel, I put out videos. I was doing them twice a week, and I just bumped it up a couple weeks ago to 3 times a week. So you can expect a video from me every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, right around noon, sometimes 11, sometimes 1. And I try to encompass, this is part of my name. Part of it's because I like skateboarding and, a 360 is a full rotation, but it also comes from the fact that I kind of want the channel to encompass everything. So I talk about reading comic books. I talk about the comic book movies. I talk about hauls that I get, buying collections. Sometimes I talk about speculation and, books that I think are possibly have some potential behind them to go up. I try to cover everything and not just, there are certain channels that, not knocking them, but that are just about reading comics or just about speculation. I try to do it all. You can follow me on Instagram as well, 360 Comics, on both places. I did my first convention recently, just a couple months ago in New Jersey, and 2022, my goal is to do a lot more. I'd like to do at least 5 conventions, smaller shows, nothing big, not like Baltimore Comic-Con size, but getting on some smaller shows, at least 5 throughout the year. And I do claim sales almost every weekend, mostly on Friday on Instagram. So I kind of try to do it all. We'll see how long I can last doing it all. I basically kind of see this as a part my hobby that has become kind of like almost like a part-time job, but I'm enjoying the heck out of it. So I'm going to keep doing it.
I will say I watched your Perez tribute video, and that was pretty cool. Much respect for that one.
That was a spur of the moment. I didn't have a video planned, and we got that awful news, and I figured, especially there's a whole lot of new people in the community that may not know the artist. They might know the characters, they might know the runs, but might not know the artist or the writer yet. So I thought that'd be a good time to showcase, someone who's lives up to the term legend for sure.
Oh,
what he did for DC in the 80s, it's unmatched. He's like, I compare him like during the same time John Byrne was killing it at Marvel. George Perez was really killing it at DC at that time.
Well, and then he went to Marvel afterwards and
he was at Marvel
Avengers
before,
with Kurt
Marvel
Busiek.
after, yeah.
But I mean, I love to see the love people are giving him.
Yeah.
And I love the letter that he put out saying that, like, thank you to everyone, and he's going to try to keep doing cons and stuff.
Yeah,
because it's very rare you get to tell a legend
mm-hmm.
and have them understand what it means to you.
For sure.
So that's why I appreciated the video. I thought it was really cool.
Cool. Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So we definitely put Joe's information in the chat, so make sure to sub him up. I put his YouTube channel as well as Instagram. I know that Rudy just subbed him up, and you guys on the chat definitely go sub up Joe. He's got some great content, as JR pointed. So thanks a lot, Joe. I appreciate it.
No, thank you guys. I appreciate the opportunity to be on, talk about comics, the thing we all love, and get to give myself some, little promotion here.
Oh, of course. Yeah. And then we got some things going on. Big Rob, what do we got going on this weekend?
This Sunday, I believe it's the last Sunday of the year, possibly. The new top picks for Comic Book Day, December 22nd, 2021. And that's the show we pick our top picks for the next approaching week for comic books to pick up. We'll try to give you our selections and come and join us and have a good time watching that show.
Cool. Thank you, sir. And then we have on Monday, we're going to have Chibi Tales with Eric the Phoenix with one of our moderators, our very dear friend of ours, Deanime etc. is going to be on the show. So we get to find out how Dan got started with anime. So it's we all know Deanime. This is going to be a terrific show. I can't wait. It's going to be Monday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. And then, JR, I'm a little hurt by this, but you want to talk about this show that's coming on Tuesday?
Yeah, my team got lucky and somehow, after getting our ass kicked for 3 rounds, came back and beat Alonzo and Ben from CBSI to make it to the finals to go against Steve, that surprisingly is not here tonight. I think Steve's a little scared. I told him he better drink up his pickle juice for next Tuesday. This is our moderator's chance to strike vengeance back on us. No, this is our moderator's game show. It's all their idea. They came with all the questions, everything. It's been a blast. If you didn't watch last week, if for nothing else, watch it for Deanime dress up as Jubilee. Yeah, that's not an image ever going to get out of my head, unfortunately. But it's a great show. Hopefully we get another season of this after this week. This week's going to be the championship. It's J2 Ramirez and Steve with the longest freaking name in hip hop. What is their team name again? Do you remember?
It's Holy Moly Comic Shop versus the Blockbuster Boys,
which is myself and Pete from Renovision. And it's going to be a good match. It's going to be the old versus the new dogs, I think, because it's going to be interesting. We'll see.
Yep, and the show is going to be on Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9:30 Eastern. So that's all we got for the show. Joe, again, thank you so much for coming on our show and being our guest. We appreciate you and what you bring to the community. And guys in the live chat and people watching on the rewind, don't forget to sub up Joe. All of his info is in the description of this video. So make sure just to click on it. It'll take you to his sites and sub him up. I mean, he's got some great content. And again, he's Sriracha Joe. I mean,
and look at the Christmas lights.
Do you need more?
Yeah,
and he's got better Christmas lights than Big Rob.
Yeah,
I don't know about that, but we'll see.
He's just raining all on down on Rob there.
So Joe, can you please take us out, Team Nerd Herd style?
Yes, I can. Hey guys, if you want to do it right, collect what you like.
Woo!